Section 3. Pell, Station Master's Offices. Merchanter Hammer to ECS in vicinity. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Union carriers. Moving. 12 carriers, our vicinity. Going for jump. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Swan's Eye to all ships. Run, 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 run. ECS, Tibet to all ships. Relay. Over an hour old, proliferating through the system in relay through the calm of every ship, receiving and still going. Like an echo in a madhouse. Angelo leaned to the comp console and keyed through to dockside, where the shock of a massive pullout still had crews spilling out on emergency call. Military crews had handled it, their own way, undocked without interval. Central was in chaos, with a pending G crisis if the systems could not adjust to the massive kickoff. There were palpable instabilities. Calm was jammed, and for nearly 2 hours the situation on the rim of the solar system had been in progress, while the message flashed its light-bound way toward them. Troops were left on the dock. Most had been aboard already, barracked on ship. Some had not made it, and military channels on station echoed with incomprehensible messages, angry voices. Why they had pulled the troops, why they had delayed to board those they could with attack incoming. The implications of that was the liberty of the fleet to run out on them. Mazian's order. Emilio, he thought distractedly. The schematic of Downbelow on the left wall screen flickered with a dot that was Portrayed's shuttle. He could not call. No one could. Mazian's orders. Calm silence. Hold pattern. Traffic control was broadcasting to merchanters in orbit. It was all they could say. Calm queries flowed from merchanters at dock, faster than operators could answer them with pleas for quiet. Union was bound to have done this. Anticipated, Mazian had flashed him, in what direct communication he had gotten. For days the captains had stayed near the ships, troops jammed aboard in discomfort. Not in courtesy to station, not in response to their request to have troops out of the halls. Prepared for pullout. Despite all promises, prepared for pullout. He reached for the comm button to call Alicia, who might be following this on her screens. Sir, his secretary Mills came on comm. Security requests you come to comm central. There's a situation down in green. What situation? Crowd, sir. He thrust himself from his desk, grabbed his coat. Sir? He turned. His office door opened unasked. Mills there, protesting the intrusion of John Lucas and a companion. Sir, Mills said, I'm sorry. Mr. Lucas insisted. I told him. Angelo frowned, vexed at the intrusion and at once hoping for assistance. John was able, if self-interested. I need some help, he said, and his eyes flickered in alarm at the small movement of the other man's hand to his coat, the sudden flash of steel. Mills failed to see it. Angelo cried aloud as the man slashed Mills, scrambled back as the man flung himself at him. Hale. He recognized the face suddenly. Mills shrieked, bleeding, sinking against the open doorway. There were screams from the outer office. The blow struck, a numbing shock. Angelo reached for the driving hand and met the weapon protruding from his chest, stared disbelievingly at John, at Haight. There were others in the doorway. Shock welled up in him with the blood.